Hello everybody, this is Ed from TGN.TV and I'd like to welcome you to this Star Wars The Old Republic video. I am back. Now, I'm very sorry, I know quite a few of you have been wondering where's all the content lately, and it's gone right down, I have to admit. There have been a couple of reasons for this. First off, I've had exams that have pretty much taken all my time, and since I'm the only one on TGN that really posts here, you can see why the content went a little bit down the drain, but they're all over now, and I have 8 weeks to bring you fantastic content. And I've also been on holiday, which is why I wasn't here the last week. So basically this video is just a reassurance to tell you I will be bringing you guys a lot more stuff. Now, good news. Since I've last spoken to you, whenever, how long ago that was, I've learnt a lot of good stuff about the Old Republic. A lot of good stuff. I've been combing the internet, searching for everything I can find, bringing it all in, and now I would like to share some of that stuff with you. And, oh, by the way, guys, also, I've got a brand new microphone. It is the Blue Yeti, slightly more expensive than my last one. Please let me know how it sounds. It's got 4 different settings, and this is the one I am trying at the moment. Might try some others later on. Anyway, enough of that. There will be more content coming a lot soon. I think I'm possibly going to be doing 2 videos a week explaining stuff, frequently asked questions, all that stuff, bring the holocron back. We'll get all that stuff and shove it in there now. Today, I needed something to do in this video, as well as all the other stuff about reassurances and that shit. So I like to draw your attention to a screenshot that is now coming on your screen, and this is something I found on the internet. Now, you may remember a little while back that developer Tatooine walkthrough where the Sith Sorcerer was, where the developers were playing as a Sith Sorcerer going around killing stuff, about mid-level, sort of 25, 26 level gameplay. Now, someone actually went and took the liberty, I don't know who, but if you're watching, thank you very much, to stick all of the hotbar spells with the notes on what they do on this picture, and it's absolutely great because we've got quite a lot of stuff here. I'm going to walk you through each of the abilities and what they do. Now, the top left is the corresponding to button 1, you have Lightning Strike. Now, in the Old Republic, there is no auto attack, none whatsoever. Instead, there's a kind of spammable ability that you have in place of an auto attack. This is nothing new for casters because, I mean, you know, you've had your fireball or whatever for God knows how long, but this goes for melee goers as well. You'll have like your basic strike, and you'll use that all the time instead of an auto attack. Anyway, the lightning strike right here fires a charge of lightning at the enemy that does blah 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 damage. This is your basic attack. This is the one that you're going to be using most often. Now, if we go down from there, we have Force Lightning. This is an Inquisitor skill you get at a low level. I think Sith Assassins might gain this as well. This spell deals quite a high amount of damage to the target over the duration of the effect, and it slows the movement speed of targets by 50%, and weak and standard enemies are also stunned. Weak and standard enemies are an enemy type. In Star Wars The Old Republic, you'll have like your weak, your standard, your elite, and your boss. I'm not sure if that will stun players. I'm guessing it probably won't. Anyway, now we move on to the spell 2 rows in at the top, Crushing Darkness. This is a damage over time spell that instantly deals a small amount of damage and then a small amount over 18 seconds. So you want to keep this up on the target as much as possible. Then moving down from that, we have a spell that you should all be familiar with, Chain Lightning. Does damage to a single target and then spreads out from there to do damage to multiple targets. This is in quite a lot of MMOs, and so you'll want to use this against AoE packs. Next up, one right, one up from that, we have Static Barrier. This creates a shield that absorbs a high amount of damage, and it's got this kind of cool electric tendril effect that keeps the shield in place, so that's good. Probably want to keep that up as much as possible. And another thing to note, it's got a 6-second cooldown, so that's pretty damn overpowered. I'm sure they're going to change that. This is beta, but I wonder who thought that would be a good idea, because it absorbs a lot of damage, but never mind. And one down from that, you have Affliction. This is a standardized DOT, dealing a certain amount of damage over some seconds. Then to the right and up you have Force Speed, increases the movement speed, your one, 150% by 2 seconds, does not break stealth and has a 20-second cooldown. So this would be very, very useful for Sith assassins and also sorcerers if they want to escape something. And then one down from that we have Sieve. Now, Sieve is a, I was going to call it a racial ability, but it's not. It's a classial ability, I guess. Basically, each class has an out-of-combat thing that lets them regenerate health. So what you do is, Sieve, when you're out of combat, you just kind of stroll around a bit, draw on the energy of the dark side, restore your health. And each class has one of these, which is slightly different. For example, bounty hunters have one, and while they're restoring health, they kind of test out all their gadgets, like flamethrowers and stuff, to make sure they work. Anyway, we're on to the bottom row now. We have Electrocute. This is an instant cast target that deals a little bit of damage and also stuns them for 4 seconds. So this is a good ability, like Hammer of Justice, just a ranged one for WoW. Then we have Whirlwind. Now, Whirlwinds are standard in many MMOs. You kind of have your warrior or your weapon class archetype that likes to do Whirlwind and deal damage to loads of enemies. It's a bit different in the Old Republic. Whirlwind is a CC, or crowd control. It takes the target out of the fight for 60 seconds and they will sort of stand there in the whirlwind spinning around, not able to do anything. Damage will break this effect though, so we'll have to keep this a good use. To the right of that, we have Consumption. Now, this is similar to the Warlock's Life Tap in World of Warcraft, but it comes with a few unique twists. As you can see, it consumes 15% of your maximum health to regenerate 8% of your maximum force. Force is like, it's comparable to mana, but you have less of it and it regenerates more quickly. It's kind of like energy in WoW. A hybrid between energy and mana. And anyway, you get 8% of your mana for 15% of your life, but each time this ability is used, your force regeneration is reduced by 25%, and this stacks up to 4 times, and that effect lasts 10 seconds. So the more you get mana back, you won't be able to regenerate your own force, and the force regeneration in this game, for what I've seen, is actually pretty high. So you're going to have to be careful when you use this to make sure you have force all the time, and also just to make sure you're not completely relying on that, because Sith sorcerers won't have many self-heals. Anyway, let's move on to Overload, the last ability found at the bottom. This is an AoE, you use it, it deals a certain amount of damage where you are, and it knocks all enemies back, so this is useful for escaping melee goers or large groups. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I just wanted to share the screenshot with you because I think it's very cool, and I will be putting more videos up and other videos tomorrow, so thank you very much for your patience, guys. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to get out the content, but that's all going to change. This has been Ned with TGN.TV signing off. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, see you soon.